Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading, looking at the energies of April 2025, specifically for Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are always welcome. What's the overall energy for the sign of Gemini? What's hidden from Gemini that would be helpful for the month of April? Thank you. Outcome and advice. Thank you. All right. Let's take a look what we've got here. All right, the overall energy of the reading is the Two of Swords in reverse. This is definitely the way I wanted to see this card, in reverse. It looks like there's been some confusion, fog of confusion, inner conflict, an inner fight. It feels like you're getting out of your headspace, out of that confusion and following your intuition. And it's bringing some type of clarity where there's been a lot of kind of stuck trying to figure out which way to go. What is Gemini realizing in the month of April? Okay. Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles reverse, Eight of Cups. There's an abandoned feeling left out. Okay, it feels like this has been on repeat, this kind of abandoned feeling. Feels like you're in an environment where there's no new potential, no growth potential. Feels like it's time to do something about this. Eight of Cups, walk away, even though there's some type of emotional attachment. Feels like this isn't enough. Feels like you're coming to some type of conclusion, a decision. Feels like you've been trying to make something work, but where you've been, it feels like you're not getting the support, the care. You feel left out in the cold, abandoned. Nothing will grow in the space that you're in. It feels like you might be it might be go time. I'm getting Three of Wands as a timing card, that you're a lot closer than you think to taking some type of action, or there's a need to take some action. Coming to some clarity. Time to take action and walk away from something that's unsatisfying. There might be emotional attachments. Chariot card. So you might be moving on in July, making a decision in April and making some type of move, moving on, making moves. If moving away, if you perceive that moving on, moving away, there's something, it feels like it might help your health, improve your health, because it does not feel like where you've been in Two of Swords and Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles reverse. It feels like stuck, nothing grows. I feel confused and stuck. I don't know what choice to make here. Interesting. Page of Swords upright and Page of Wands in reverse. Let me clarify. Who's the Page of Swords upright and who's the Page of Wands in reverse? Oh, wow. Another page. Page of Cups with the King of Cups. For some of you, this moving is complicated. You might have children involved in this. If this is relationship, if this is work related, this is a work related issue. It feels like you're waiting to, you're very capable, you're good at learning new things, you're easygoing, very mature, emotionally mature person. It looks like you're waiting for some type of spark of desire, something that sounds interesting. Oh, some of you might have a belief that I'm afraid to leave this because it could get worse. Like you might be staying in Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles reverse, Two of Swords, because you don't perceive that there's anything better. Okay, if this is in regards to children and a relationship, feels like there might be difficulty with a child. You've got the emotional maturity to deal with this, to sit with emotions. If you are dealing with difficulties with a child, your child, what I'm getting here is to not center your own emotions. You as the parents, your emotions don't supersede their emotions, if that makes sense. It feels like it's very important to let this child know that you care and care about how they feel. To show them how to sit with difficult emotions, to not try to fix how they're feeling, but give them space to feel what they're feeling and to express how they're feeling. Even if it's upsetting to you, it feels like there's a real opportunity here, Gemini, to create a lot of safety, emotional maturity here. It's not about being right. It's about being able to sit with, hold space for uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable emotions. Anything else? Okay, I get that if you are wanting to move on, move away from something that's not for you any longer, I think inviting in what sounds interesting, what am I most excited about. If you can't reach inspiration and excitement, then what are you curious about? It feels like there we go. Curiosity will lead you to that Six of Pentacles. Making sure that who you work with, there's equality here, an investment. Okay. There's also a need for healthy boundaries here. Yeah, okay. Bad boss, bad leader type of energy. Someone just taking advantage of you. I'm seeing this as both a work scenario, as well as like a personal relationship scenario. There's a need for healthy boundaries. No is a complete sentence. I get the feeling that somebody has been benefiting off of you. And there's something here about going after your North Star, focusing on what you want to create for yourself, following your excitement. Whoever this bad boss is, this kind of other energy here, it feels like they're going through a period, it feels like a period of bad luck. And you might be called out of this environment to go create your own luck elsewhere, to go after. There's something that's I keep perceiving, like trusting who you are, allowing yourself to be your weird self, to be who you want, how you want to show up, allow yourself to heal. And feels like you have something innovative. There's something when you are yourself and following your intuitive guidance, going after what you desire, then you create abundance for yourself. That's what I'm perceiving. All right, Gemini, let's look in what's hidden. Ace of Pentacles reverse, Five of Wands, Three of Cups, Fool card, High Priestess reverse. Ace of Pentacles reverse came out at the beginning of the reading here. I think there's a realization when there's nothing will grow, no seeds planted, that there's no amount of energy that you put into it. It's just, it feels like it's a wrong environment is what I'm gathering. Who's the High Priestess in reverse? Okay, so there's someone. High Priestess reverse feels like someone without potential, someone who they're a bit toxic. Feels like this person this person wants you to believe that you don't have intuition, magic. This feels like someone who doesn't understand your intuition, your star quality, and they're trying to, it feels like they're a drain on your finances. By you focusing on this person's energy, you can't do it for them. And it feels like this person might be perceived as, you might be seeing them as lying, cheating, stealing. Start seeing them more clearly. Excuse me. This feels like someone I don't think you trust them either. I think you now see them that they're not your friend. They are not your friend. I get the feeling the moment you leave, feels like they're friendly to your face and they're very mean spirited about you. The thing is, I get the feeling that this person's actually Gemini. I get the feeling that you are a very loving person, that people naturally gravitate towards you, that you have this intuitive star quality about you. You're able to make powerful moves. You follow your intuitive hits. You're very generous of spirit. And I think what I'm seeing here is guidance to not give to people who are not caring of you, not trying to convince them to change their ways, but just allowing you, like, there's some trauma response that you might have trying to convince someone who's not being nice, trying to get them to see your way. And instead, what I'm getting is just clocking them. I see you. I don't want to work with someone like that. I don't want to talk with someone like that. I don't allow people access to my energy, no matter who they are to you, who are actively working against me. It's just tactical, it's smart, it's wise. I don't try to convince people to change their perspective and treatment of me. I just see the treatment of me, and when it's this cruel, when it's lying, cheating, stealing, not investing in the relationship, and talking to so many other people, I get the feeling whoever this is, with the truth, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords. Four of Swords is my cutting communication, a need to heal. And I get the feeling that this person doesn't like the truth. They also don't like how people celebrate you. They don't understand how you are able to maintain your happiness, your kindness, despite what you've gone through. This person thinks of themselves as so much better than you. Jeez. And so they spend a lot of their time trying to poo-poo and convince others. This could be a family member of yours who's really receiving a lot of karma right now. Oh boy. Okay, that's why. I think you know who this is. This feels like a family member that you might have turned your back on, maybe low contact, no contact, because you recognize this. Like, this person, it doesn't matter what you do. This person, and it's not you. You haven't done something. This person, there's some type of competition. And this person is an insecure person. And you attract a lot of people around you who love you, celebrate you, uplift you. And this person just can't. And it looks like they're receiving a lot of karma right now. They're reaping what they've sown. It doesn't feel like you're in any danger from this person. It feels like the more you detach, you know your truth, you don't need to convince others. It feels like you just show up and show people who you are. And this person tries to manipulate through convincing others. Yeah. All right, outcome and advice, Gemini. We've got the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You have definitely moved on from this. Oh, yeah, in the overall energy, there's some type of moving away, coming to a clarity, creating healthy boundaries, healing your nervous system, moving on. There's definitely, I get the feeling that you're leaving an environment that's not for you and moving on to calmer shores. What's the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? What does Gemini need to know about the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Knight of Wands, Six of Swords in reverse. Interesting. It looks like you're nervous about your finances if you move on. When you move on, what I'm getting is the financial hardships, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, are connected with staying in an environment that's not conducive to your happiness. There's a need to take the lead, to lead yourself, to step into Emperor energy and make decisions for you. Okay, what I'm getting here is it feels like there's someone purposely trying to keep you anxious and not stepping into your Emperor energy, not embodying, I'm going to make decisions, I'm going to lead myself out of here. It feels like there's someone who wants you to stay because of some type of finances, to stay and tolerate their mistreatment, to your anxiety, your worries might be keeping you stuck. When you start embodying and taking action towards the version of you you prefer to be, then things really change. Yeah. Five of Swords, Chariot. I get the feeling there's someone who doesn't want you to believe that you can move on, that you can make moves without them. What's the advice for this? What would help? What type of mindset would help Gemini? Hi. Hi. Coming in to say hello? It's my dog's coming in to say hello. Yeah, this person's trying to create an injustice, justice reverse, with a negative story. They're trying to get in your head. They're trying to affect your finances so you can't move on. They feel very erratic. It doesn't feel, this feels like someone's last-ditch effort. Two of Swords in reverse. It's where we started the reading, with the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, what I'm getting here is slow going, not knowing the map, ahead of you, but taking each step. And when it's time to take a step, take action, you'll get the intuitive hit. You're not going to get that intuitive hit until the moment it's time for you to perceive it, to take action. There's something here for you, Gemini. The message that I'm getting is stay healed, stay present, stay grounded, protect your energy, healthy boundaries. And when it's time to take a move, to make a move, that's when the guidance will come in, not a minute before. And trusting that. There's a lot of like slow, now take action and go. And then slow, now take action that I'm picking up on. So it's not an easy flow. It's I'm safe, I'm grounded, everything's fine. Then I get an intuitive hit and I act on that. If you're trying to think ahead and find the answers ahead of time, you're not going to find that satisfaction, because your guidance is giving you those intuitive hits the moment it's time to make them. So if you're trying to overthink and trying to think and what, and then this, and then I'll do that, then that you're getting out ahead of yourself and you're saying, I don't trust. And so what I'm getting here is when you get the intuitive hits to move on, to make moves, then take the lead on those hits until there's nothing left to do, and then stay present and not trying to think your way through. It feels like the messages will come in your lower chakras, feelings. And so the more quiet you can be in your thoughts, not overthinking, would be helpful. So you can have a lot of clarity. So I hope that's helpful, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great month.